I want to know.
Yeah, I can't see it because I've got my setting thing on top of this video. So yeah, so we'll just play it, right? And y'all listen very carefully. Okay, listen to the whole thing because you're gonna hear people yelling and screaming. Kathy, your mic's hot, okay? And they're gonna be much louder than what's going on Kathy's mic. But it's loud enough for you to
Okay, so
hear it.
so what I'm hearing is
Mhm.
focus on what's going on with Kathy's mic and not the people that are telling her mic.
Right. Yeah, but that's hard for us to do because what we're going to hear the first time is the whole thing. And then we're going to come back and we're going to piece it together and I'm going to show you everything
But
on
go
here,
ahead
okay?
because they'll take those words. None of
Yeah.
this has been clipped and
Hmm.
pieced together. This is the full tape.
No, this was just clipped from the original. I got it all. Okay, here we go.
And white. And that says February 23rd of 2020.
Okay, so I can stop here because this is just a few seconds before this all happened. We got Ricky, we got Aaron and Barker as co-hosts. We've got Spree, Jody, Jessie Girl on the beam talking.
Before episode number 11 will be with retired Orlando PD Detective Lori, and then blank blank. Right. Yeah. Served with the Orlando Police Department.
Kathy, your mic is unmuted. Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
What happened?
Yeah. Kathy.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, let me just sit out of there for now. Yeah, DoorDash.
Okay.
Kathy, your mic. Kathy, your mic.
No.
Your mic is unmuted.
Okay.
Now, I am positive
Oh, wait a
Sergeant
minute. I already
Joe.
know that sound. I already know that sound. For
I am
evident
positive
reasons. But that was
Sergeant
an
Joe got it
officer.
this time.
That was an
Yeah.
officer, and at the end, it was his radio that said, what, 458?
4580 was calling back into
Yeah, he was
dispatch.
calling back to the
Mhm.
dispatch. Yeah, so
He
I heard a
certainly
knock
was.
at the beginning, too.
Yeah, so let's listen again. Now, you all listen, because here we go. We're going to break it down. You will hear the officer tap on the window. First, you hear her mumbling, okay, groaning, all right, because she's passed out. She's completely passed out. Thank you, Sergeant Joe. You hear her, she's passed out. You hear that on the window. She rolls the window down. And the officer is speaking to her very clearly. You can hear him speaking to her and what he's saying. And she can barely speak to him because she is so stoned out of her fucking mind. So let's move on.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I call it as I see it.
No, but I'm like, oh my God, because I heard the knock, but I want to hear it again. I heard the knock and I heard the 558. I heard the police radio.
Okay, 458, but okay.
Or 458, yeah.
438, sorry. Okay.
Whatever it was.
And
it was
that says February 23rd of 2024, episode number 11 will be with retired Orlando.
There was the moan. Did you hear a moaning? Okay, did you hear that? Okay.
Retired Orlando PD detective.
There was the knock. Did you hear the knock? How many knocks were there? Absolutely, you hear him knocking on the glass. Can't miss that sound.
Lori, and then blank blank.
Right. Yeah.
Served with the Orlando Police Department.
Oh, wait. Then he says, what's going on?
Well, no, first he says, you all right?
Yeah, then he says, what's going on? I heard the window roll down, too.
Exactly. Thank you, Karen. I'm sure that Sergeant
Yeah,
Joe down there heard that
listen.
too.
Put all the
You
other
have to listen.
outside, like you're on the jury, all of it outside, all the other talk, and listen to what's in the background.
Right.
Kathy, your mic is unmuted. Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
What happened?
Are you tired or what has happened?
Kathy.
Hold on 1 second.
Hold on a second.
Oh my God, she can't even. She's like,
she
out
can't.
Of it.
She's out of it. Hold on a second. She's fumbling with the phone because we still got like another almost minute here where she's fumbling with the phone, trying to talk to him, but she's so incoherent. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just sit out of there for now. Yeah,
What?
DoorDash.
You can't even. I can't even make out what she said. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even know. Did you hear what she said?
She
I
was,
can't.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
incoherent because she
Incoherent.
can't speak.
Yeah, she's mumbling. She's tripping over. She can't even speak. Yeah, exactly. Now she's telling him she was doing DoorDash.
Okay. Kathy, your mic. Kathy, your mic.
Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
Did you take something?
Oh
Sergeant
my
Joe, do you
God.
hear him say that? Yes.
I
Did
heard
you
it
take
myself. He
something?
said, "Did you take something?"
Did you take something?
Yes.
458.
Okay.
He calls back into dispatch at that point, and then she drops. Now, Kathy, who was that person at your window this morning?
Well, it
Was
damn
it
sure
a?
wasn't her husband, and it damn sure wasn't a friend.
No, it was not. It was a
That's
police
called the
officer.
popo. That's called the
Uh-huh.
popo.
That was the popo, and you were sitting at the gas station at the Wawa, was it? Wasn't? I can't disclose where you were
Okay, wait. I
exactly.
gotta wrap my head around this. So
Wrap your
she's
head.
on the. Okay, wait a minute. She's on the beam in Ricky's early this morning,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and they're talking about something, and
And she was
then
going on earlier. I mean, this is probably 10 minutes after the last time we hear her speak. Okay? Uh-huh.
okay, so we hear the knock knock, and then
Uh-huh.
we hear the window roll down, and
Mm-hmm.
then we hear her incoherently try to speak to this police
Uh-huh.
officer.
Uh-huh.
And then he says, "Did you take something?"
Uh-huh.
And then, oh my God. I mean, this is like,
Now, see, I wish Sergeant Joe would call up here because, see, I would like to ask him what the Dallas, because, oh, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I know that everybody knows that, what the police department he worked for would have done with this woman at this point.
well, we
I
don't know
think,
what happened afterwards.
right, we do not know because
But what
he,
we do know is
mhm,
that Ricky came
uh-huh,
on and said that
hmm
she
he
texted
was still
him.
live. He was still live, right,
Yeah, that she
like 30 minutes
texted
later.
him and said
Hmm
that it was a friend.
A
And
friend.
then
Hmm
then we heard
Uh-huh.
Tractor
Uh-huh.
say, "I didn't know if it was your husband or a police officer,"
Uh-huh. And she said
later.
neither.
And then
Hmm
she called him the C word. And
Yeah. hmm hmm
well,
Yeah.
damn. I mean, that's
Uh-huh.
kind of
So
like,
then the mystery is somebody caught the 458 and called the police department and asked the location of Officer 458. And what's his route? I mean, give me the scoop, man, because you just pulled over this woman. You just had this issue with this woman in a parking lot that passed out in her vehicle, and 911 was called for her. And what happened? What happened, Kathy?
or he was
The
just patrolling and saw her in the car. Was it happening? He was happening to go in the gas station. I mean, I don't know how he saw her, but he damn
mm-hmm.
sure knocked on the window
He
and asked
sure
her what
did.
she was
Mm-hmm.
taking.
But 458 was that police officer's number. And he was
Right,
at your
reporting
location,
back.
and
Right.
your location was not at home. Your location was in a gas station, ma'am. So quit lying, Kathy. Quit lying, Ricky. See, y'all want to make fools of all of us and make us all sit around. Oh, poor Kathy. And you know what the really funny part
Well,
of
it's
the
not.
discussion was?
It's like, are these? They
Mm-hmm.
want to. It insults your
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. I
Yes,
mean,
it
like,
does.
really, because you
Because
can
we all
clearly
heard it.
hear it.
458, and that was the officer's call number. And you know what was really funny about this is how they were all talking after she dropped from the beam. How funny! What an odd situation it is, Karen. Oh, I guess I can pull my headphone out of there.
They didn't sound too
What
worried about her to me.
they were kind of laughing about.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny, odd in a funny way, how every time Kathy and Ricky have a big fight and she gets humiliated by Ricky and he plows over her, that she has some kind of incident happen, like is a is a car wreck. She wrecked the vehicle, or she stops at the Wawa and pulls in and turns, just passes out in the car
Okay, I
in
don't
the
mean to
seat.
laugh, but I'm still trying to. I'm still trying to like
Okay.
every. I
Mhm.
mean, you can clearly hear that, and the 458 is him reporting back. You
Right,
can
call
hear
him
it on the
back to
radio.
dispatch.
Yeah, call him back
Because
to
they
dispatch.
probably, when they get the
Well, he
911
probably had
call,
already ran the tag, is what he was doing.
well, right, and but here's the thing, Karen, they got the call, the 911 call, okay, from the gas station, okay, the kind citizen says, gosh, this, she looks dead. There's a dead
The
woman.
hell, do you think the car was, there's a dead woman in her vehicle outside?
Yes. Yeah. And
Well,
so
we could put that picture of her in the nest
we
that they
could.
captured on Cantina where
Oh
she was
yeah.
passed out that day.
Passed
She
out, her
looked kind of
mouth
dead to
wide
me.
open. Yeah.
Mouth
Yeah.
wide
Laying
open.
laying back on the
I mean,
seat, her
this isn't
mouth
the
wide
first time this
open.
has happened.
No, no, it isn't. But this time, a concerned citizen made that call, and it just happened to be that the time span was long enough. They left her. They're standing outside the car, concerned about her.
Wait, Pam, I gotta
And
say this. You need to stop stalking Barker. I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Because see, that's what Barker's gonna scream. So I want to preface
Oh,
this
okay.
with, see, nobody was stalking anybody. Pam was just
Mm-mm.
minding her business, listening to Skid
Yeah.
Row
Yeah.
early in the morning, probably
Early
drinking
in the
some
morning,
coffee. And
I
here comes
was.
this crazy bitch with an officer
Mm-hmm.
at her window. And Pam's
Mm-hmm.
like, well, damn,
Wait,
and then the
what?
lie comes
Oh,
out. And then the lie comes out, right?
the lie comes out. Mm-hmm.
So again, me and Pam are
Mm-hmm.
sitting on a bench at the Wawa, and this all happens in
Mm-hmm.
front of us, and now we're talking
Yeah.
about it. That's the
Yeah.
same thing. See, Kathy, it's not stalking. You put all this out
Yeah.
public
Mm-mm.
yourself.
Mm-mm. You do. You put it all out, and we just laughing because see, if I was at the grocery store parking lot and I passed out, I would hope some concerned citizen would call 911. But see, here's what was going on, Karen. Okay, he established she was there, she was alive. So he has to now, right, realize that he has to, because at the time that call came in, they were doing medical, right, too. So probably the fire truck and the medics were on their way as well.
At the
Um,
Wawa, it was busy at the Wawa
it
because
was
Barker
busy.
was drugged out in her vehicle.
Drugged
Passed
out,
out.
passed out. Passed out. I mean,
Well,
I don't know
then,
about you. I mean, Karen, here's the thing. And then the excuse is she works at night. Well, because that went on with the tractor part. Ricky said, well, she works at night. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me preface this. I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get two kids ready for school, get them off to school, drop one at daycare, one at school. Then I would go on and drop the other one at daycare. I would go on to work, right? And I would work, be there for 9 hours.
better than
I
that. I
worked
could do
eight
one
to
better than
five.
that. My
Uh
mother
huh.
worked nights for a long period of time during her
I bet
life
she
as a
did.
nurse.
Yes. Uh huh.
And I can also remember my father at some point having
Uh
to work
huh.
nights.
Uh
However,
huh.
my mother
Got nothing to
never
do with
passed
that.
out in a vehicle, ever.
Well, no, Karen, the point I'm making here, okay, the parallel in this and the full synopsis that I'm doing here is on my
And by
way
the way,
home
I've
from
never passed
work.
out in my vehicle, and I've stayed up, 2
Yeah.
days because
Yeah.
of an emergency or something was going on
Mm-hmm.
with kids. Or by the
Yeah.
way, I had twins and a
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2-year-old, newborn twins and a
Yeah.
2-year-old. So there were many days that I had absolutely zero
Many
sleep,
days.
like 4 and 5 in a row,
Yeah.
and I could go to the gas station and not pass out in my car.
I was just gonna, and so what I wanted to point out here is I went, and I worked 8 hours. Well, actually 9 hours because you get that hour for lunch. I worked that. I was gone for 9 hours. Okay, so I got off at 5. Then I had come back by the daycare, pick up one child. The other child was already home with her grandma, and so then I would drive home. And this run took me about 35 to 40 minutes every day. Every day it was the same thing. But what? I'll be damned if my mom would call and say, "Could you pick up this? Could you pick up that for me?" And I'd say, "Sure, Mom." So I would tug my little baby into the grocery store and get whatever it was she needed. And then I'd, go back over to her house. And there I would be. But the funny thing is, Karen, in the shopping, at the store, in the parking lot, I never fell asleep.
Well, no, of course you didn't. And there's many people that work
Mm,
nights. like
Yeah.
7 and 10 nights in a row, and they don't
Yeah.
fall asleep at
And they
the
don't
Wawa.
fall at the Wawa. They just don't
Hmm.
pass out and look like they're dead. People thinking
Yeah,
that you're
they don't. That's
dead.
not an
But you
emergency
know what?
call.
The
Just I don't.
amazing,
I don't think that working
yeah,
nights in
yeah.
any job.
No, I don't think that's an excuse. But here's the thing, Karen. Here's the big thing. The officer apparently lets her go, and she drives home. And she gets home, and guess where she was? She didn't go to bed. Well, the logic to me was if you passed
Well,
out at
I'm
a
not
gas
quite sure
station,
he just let her go. I don't know if that happened or
I
not.
don't know either.
So
Well, I mean, he let her go, and she gets home.
I don't know, but eventually
Not
she gets
much
home.
longer,
It's a
right?
story.
She
Yeah.
gets home. It isn't very long in between that encounter and her. What did she do, Karen? Popped right back up for her co-host position. She was right there, right back, talking and
You mean
carrying
she didn't
on.
go
And
to? She was apparently tired. She didn't go to sleep for her next night at work.
really, can you imagine? Can you imagine with up ringing the bells on the lottery machine, the little slot machine, the bells are ringing, she's there. Uh-huh. Can you imagine? You just lied to the officer and said you fell
Well,
asleep
I don't
because
know
you were
what
so
happened with the
tired.
officer after it was cut off,
Hmm.
and I'm not quite sure that officer was just convinced. I don't think there's officers that are that that. I mean, he knew.
Hmm.
He said, "Have you taken something?"
Have
He
you taken something?
absolutely knew. So I'm
Hmm.
not quite sure she was just let go, quote unquote. But
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I don't know. If it doesn't matter anymore if your keys are in the ignition or not, if you're in some way intoxicated, of all, whether it's drugs or
where
whatever,
was Cece? Why didn't she call and speak to the officer?
That's right. We should get Cece on the phone to the
Damn
police
it!
department to talk about Officer 458.
I mean, where is
Mm-hmm.
Cece? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she has a fake wreck, and
See,
Cece's on the phone with the officer.
that's right. That's right.
I mean, what
Damn,
is?
Cece, you
I'm
missed
sure
your big
somebody
call
called
in
her phone
today.
and the officer answered.
I'm sure. I'm sure the officer was answering her phone. She was trying to get off of her life.
God, that's so
Uh huh.
ridiculous. I want
Uh
to hear
huh.
that again without any. I really do. It's like amazing to me.
Which part?
The
The lies? Oh, the
excuse
mouth.
me,
Yeah.
ma'am. Why
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
drugged out in your vehicle? That's
Yeah,
basically what
I
he
know. I
said.
don't want to make an accusation and become a stalker, but
And
you're passed out.
the
We got
only
a call. We
excuse
got a 911 call, and
the only excuse she
people are
could
worried about you here.
the only
Hmm.
excuse she could muster up was a DoorDash.
A door. Yeah, I'm a
I mean, like,
DoorDash
what the
person.
hell?
I'm a DoorDash person, so that's why I passed out in this parking lot. Yeah, but then I was still up
And then
all
it went,
day.
and then it went. No,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, you don't understand. The
Hmm.
people we've gotten several calls. They think you were
Hmm.
deceased in your vehicle.
Yeah, yeah, you're deader than a doornail, babe. I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, I
Uh,
can just picture it. She looked like that photo
oh
that they
yeah, me
captured in
too. Do you have
Cantina.
that
Hold on, I
picture?
gotta put that in the nest for everybody
Okay.
so that
Okay.
you can get. I just want. Okay,
Hmm. Don't lie to us. See, this is
this
what
is
I
what
get
was
sick of.
happening
Y'all
when
think
you
you're
heard when you.
lying.
Hold on, when
Hmm.
everybody hears the.
Yeah.
This
Hmm.
is what was occurring at the
Yeah.
Wawa. Hold on.
Yeah. Right. But here's the funny thing. Everybody's listening. They're all listening. They all heard it go down, but they really, they probably just heard it and went, who's she talking to? What's she doing? Oh, wow. Yeah, that little knock on your window. Yeah, everything. You could have lied. You could have lied. But see, your friend wasn't saying 458. Uh-huh. Yeah, this was an officer, a police
Is
officer
this
with the
like
police.
what was her other friend's name? Remember?
Oh,
It
Sparky.
was Sparky. She was in the
Hmm.
car with Sparky.
Yeah, there was Sparky.
She was in the
Yeah.
car with Sparky watching the
Oh, yeah.
Bestiality in the parking
Uh-huh.
lot of the casino.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah, there was
Sparky.
that.
So now
Yeah.
she's got a new friend named number 458.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Kathy, it's me, your old friend, 458. Yeah, yeah, that was it. Yeah, you got it now, Karen.
Hold on. I got to report. I got to report back.
Yeah, I
Hold
got to
on.
report back that Listen,
458. This is
I don't need the
458.
fire truck
Well,
and
here
the
it goes.
paramedics.
Here it
She's
goes.
alive. She was just, hey, she's just a DoorDasher that fell asleep in her
You
car.
know, I can just see the
Yeah.
officer like turning on his mic, going, 458. She's not deceased. We've got a pulse. Call off the firemen.
Call them off. Call off the paramedics. Call off fire. Call off fire. Yeah, that's probably what he said. Call off fire.
Maybe Sparky was in the
Ah,
car with her.
no, he wasn't.
I don't
She's
know. We
by
don't know.
herself. Well, okay. All right, let's
But I
wake
just
up
think
some
it's
more.
interesting that she has a friend named Sparky and a friend named 458.
I know, me too. Me too. I wonder if 458 is like an adopted son that turned into a cop. Yeah, I
Oh,
wonder.
that's a good story for her. Shh, don't give
Yeah.
her any ideas because this will be fun.
Okay. Shoot. Okay. No, it's not going to
It's
be
just
any
a friend
fun.
of my son.
No, this is yeah, a friend of my son. No, there's no story to be told because somebody already called the police department. I'm sorry, you can't tell a story because if you try to tell a story,
Oh no.
oh, the
You mean
FOIA has
somebody
been
actually
had.
called and inquired
Yeah, they got the FOIA.
about
Yeah, they're
Kathy's
waiting for
friend
the
458?
Yes, and they're waiting for the FOIA. The
Damn. Shit.
recording from the officer.
I'm
Yeah.
late on this big T.
Oh, I told you it was hot. I told you.
Damn.
Go
Shit.
ahead.
Okay,
Try and
let's listen again. I want to
lie
hear the
me
four.
again.
I want to hear Mr. 458, Kathy
Okay.
Barker's friend.
All right. Well, you got to be quiet now.
But if
Okay.
he's her friend, why is he having to knock so loud on her window?
Well, she's
Her friend's
passed
her friend.
out. She passed out, Karen. She passed out at the Wawa.
Number 11 will be with retired Orlando huh?
There's with the moan.
Retired Orlando PD Detective Lori, and then blank blank. Right. Yeah. Served for the Orlando Police Department.
Kathy, your mic is unmuted. Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
Okay, wait, stop it. Did you hear him go? Did you hear him go? What's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and then he gets like, then it's going to be, did you take something?
Yeah, now he's
He's
going to
about to
ask that.
ask, did you take
Yeah.
something? When she
Yeah.
mumbles all this incoherent
Yeah,
nonsense.
yeah, right. She's well, and we can't see it, right? But he can see her because she's got her phone, right? And she's trying to grab her phone because she probably has her
And
headphones in,
yeah, but he can
right?
probably hear through her headphone. You know how you can hear?
Uh-huh.
He can probably
Yeah.
hear all these people going, yeah, your mic, your mic, your mic.
Yeah, yeah. She can hear it. She's trying to get, coherent enough where she can turn the phone off, right? She's trying to mute her phone, yeah.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
let me just sit out of there for now. Yeah,
Wait,
don't worry
did
about
she
it.
tell the officer to hold on 1 second?
Yes, yes.
That's so funny.
Well,
Like,
she's fumbling with her
while she's
phone.
fumbling trying to get down off the beam on Twitter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kathy, your mic. Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
Okay.
458, we have a poll.
It says okay. So
And then she drops. Okay, she took all of that time. Okay, all of those seconds, and she drops. But am I just amused by this too much that an
I'm
officer
pretty
would call?
amused too because that's
Me
really
too.
fun. I mean,
I can't
it's
wait.
not funny. It's actually pitiful, and it's
I
just another
know.
an example of this woman is actually on behind the wheel of a vehicle.
Well, let's not forget it was September of 2023 when she got the ticket for not being able to, for endangering the public. Remember? Yeah, she got that big ticket for endangering the public.
Yeah, not endangering the
Yeah,
deer, but the public.
the
Right.
public.
Yeah.
Yeah, a separate incident from killing the deer. Right. Yeah. Sure was.
That deer ran into her, Pam.
That's right. Those deer,
Because
multiple
I just
deer.
thought that was so
There was a
odd because
herd of
you
deer.
know that
A
happens frequently,
flock.
and it happens. But you
Okay.
don't say the deer. You don't say the deer
Uh-huh.
hit me. You say I hit a
Right.
deer.
Okay.
That's just how that
Is
goes.
there anyone that's come in late and didn't hear the initial two live? The
Oh,
stories?
you mean Ricky saying that it was a
Uh-huh.
friend?
It was a friend. Yeah, you
It
got
was
the text
Officer
message.
458, her
It
friend.
was her friend, Mr. 458. You know what? You know what's really funny about that? If that was my friend, I'd go, well, hi, Joe. How are ya? Right? That's what I'd have done. Hi, John Doe. How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'd have been a lot more perky than that. But You can
And
tell
what
by
did
her
Tractor
demeanor and
say?
her sound.
Tractor said,
Mhm.
was that your, I
Mhm.
was trying to determine if that was your husband or a police officer. Well, I don't think her
Uh-huh.
husband is called Officer 458 and has to report back to dispatch.
No.
Tractor.
No. He's not 458. No, he's not 458. And doesn't have to call back in because dispatch has got fire ready to go. Fire's coming. So he has to make this determination. Well, we don't have don't call the coroner, don't call it fire. She's alive.
And
She's just a door
I'm
dasher.
really just amazed at the fact she
Mhm.
told him to hold on a minute while she tried to get
Yeah.
all the faces.
Fumbling her phone.
Uh huh.
Fumbling. And we can't see that. See? Now he can see
No,
it.
I can see it. I can see it plain
Oh,
as
I
day.
can
I know
see it
exactly
too.
what she was doing.
Fumbling the
And
phone.
she probably had
Uh-huh.
she had like 4 or 5 in her lap that she was trying to figure out which one
Yeah.
she was on at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and there's a good thing because earlier in the day she had found her Android in her husband's truck. Yeah, so she's got another one. She's got an added. She found her Android in her husband's truck. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait,
Imagine
let me
that.
count. So Ricky said she had like 18, 20. So that means now she's got
19.
21. She found 120.
Well, she
So
found one
see,
and she
okay, see,
bought
but it was
one.
difficult. She didn't know exactly
She
where all
bought the
the
new phone.
voices were
Yeah.
coming from in her ear. She had
I
20 in her lap.
mean,
It took her a second.
I mean, you're fumbling with all of this phone stuff, and you're telling the officer, "Wait just a minute."
Everyone raise
Nah.
your hand that has ever been
Yeah.
awoken by a police officer with a on your
At the
window at the
window.
Wawa or any gas station and
Yeah.
asked, "Have you
Never
taken
happened.
something?"
Yeah. Did
What
you
the
take something?
hell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I took something all right, but yeah.
Might
Hmm.
have been those brownies she made for Valentine's Day.
Might have been the brownies. Hmm.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, but
In the
he was
refrigerator.
no
Mark, do
dummy.
not
He was
eat.
like,
Hmm.
"Did you take something? Here we go again." The
Here we go.
whacked out druggie at the
Well,
Wawa.
because they're used to finding those heroin addicts passed out in their cars.
Well, yeah,
We've all seen the videos, and that's what he had here. He had somebody
it could
passed
have been a lot
out, and
more
she's
entertaining.
mumbling around,
It
and
could have been a lot more
Mhm.
entertaining if she hadn't have found the button to turn it off, so we could have heard the whole thing
Yeah, I
and heard
know.
like yell for the Narcan or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I got my Narcan in my pocket,
Stat,
ma'am.
stat. We got a pulse. Let's get some Narcan on board.
Okay, let's get the Narcan on her. Yeah, well, I don't think so.
Maybe
Don't think
he
that
did
happened.
give her Narcan. We don't know.
We don't know what happened until we get this FOIA, but it's going to be funny, funny FOIA, funny.
And now she's gonna. Okay, I didn't get a FOIA, Barker. So stop your
Me
bitching
either.
before
Me
you
either.
either.
It's somebody
I
else.
didn't even know about this until we are here
Yeah,
laughing at you.
somebody else has requested the FOIA, ma'am. Yeah, the one that kept in the call and go 458 out there. Yeah, okay. Where was he at the
Can I have
time?
Officer 458 from today when he said,
Okay.
"Did
Uh-huh.
you take something?" I don't know.
Did take
That's
something.
crazy.
I know. I mean, okay. Did anyone not hear all of this in the recording? Because I can play it until you do hear it. You will hear it, believe me. You will hear it all when you stop listening to them talking about Mikey Punk
To all of her
yeah.
Twitter friends, try to tell her
Hmm.
mic is
Yeah,
like they're not
yeah.
saying, "Wake
No,
up,
Jody.
Barker, are you
No,
alive?"
Jody screaming, your mic's hot, Barker, your
They're
mic's
not
hot. Yeah.
saying, "Oh my God, Barker, are
Mm-hmm.
you okay?
Uh-huh.
You're incoherent." They're like,
Uh,
"Turn it off." They
uh-huh.
know the cops standing there. They heard it
Yeah.
too.
Well, somebody's there. Okay. Yeah, your mic's hot. Sure was. Sure was. Sure was. And I can't believe people weren't talking about this today. Well, they were. There was Tractor 12 hours later asking her about it. I mean, there was some, yeah. Yeah, she's
She
been
called him
busy.
a sissy. She started screaming at him.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. She called
How
him all
much do
kinds
you
of
think?
names.
I mean, I don't know. Really have no words. I mean, it's really sad. It's almost just like pitiful, but
It is sad. It's very sad because, she's got a family and she's doing something and passing out behind the wheel.
At
at
the
the
gas station or in
Wawa.
some parking lot somewhere.
Yeah. The other day she
Or
was
hell,
doing
she
a
could have been at a
delivery.
red light. We don't know.
She was doing a delivery the other day, and you know she
It's just
well that was
dangerous.
that was the point that maybe I didn't play tractors far enough when he was
And
making the point that
900
she had.
million reasons why the judge got it right and found her to be a danger to the
Yeah.
public.
Yeah. Say I'm back sleep. I bet she's got some tea today. I bet she'll make us laugh. She'll keep me up for another half hour here. I want to go to
Are
bed.
y'all putting the pussy on the chain wax? What's happening?
We did. We put her on. We put her on,
It's
honey. I
from Key
mean,
and Peele.
first we were told by her friend that it was a friend that knocked on her window to talk to her. I don't even think they heard the knock on the window, to be honest. But it was her friend. And then 12 hours later, she lied and said it wasn't a police officer and it wasn't her husband, but it was a police officer,
Sorry, I thought
Sam.
the K and P thing was for Key and Peele.
Actually, it was officer number
Mm.
458 for
Yeah,
everyone who
Ooh
actually,
la
knows.
four
la!
five
Tell
eight.
me
Uh
more,
huh.
baby.
458. 458. 458. Her
Forfeit is a
bestie.
tall drink of water. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. So he got to see her fumble around with her phones.
That's
He was
sad.
probably ready to shoot her with the little gun or something
Oh,
Taser.
else.
it would have been great.
Yeah.
Listen, it just would have been
Oh
great if
God, it would have been
she had
great if he got
resisted in
tased.
some
What are
way
y'all
and he
talking
Oh
about?
tased her
yeah.
right
Or
on
if
the
he felt
live,
Dane. If he
right on
felt in
Twitter
danger.
Spaces, right
Yeah, if
on
he
Twitter
felt.
Spaces. Barker gets
Oh,
tased.
he
I
tased.
would have
That's
laughed
very
my ass off.
mean.
No, it's not really. You don't know her. But
No,
yeah, that
I
would have been a
really,
good
I
one.
mean, I could laugh. I mean,
Me too. Me
just a
too.
taste. I
I'm
didn't say
laughing
shoot
already
her.
thinking about it.
I
Yeah.
mean,
See, Sam, this is the kind of stuff you got to bring into
hey,
your
she might
comedy.
have gotten tased and still not woken up.
I'm laughing that I
That's
thought the
true.
K and P meant Key and Peele.
Oh no,
I
it's
missed the
Kieran and
plot on that
Pam.
one.
Kieran and Pam. Yeah.
It's what?
Kieran and Pam.
Girl. Key and Peele would be
What?
cooler.
I know, but it's not. It's just Karen and Pam. It's so simple. I'm Pam,
Are
by the
those
way.
both women?
Yeah, I'm Pam. She's Karen.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. It's all right.
Love you.
Yeah, that's all right. I know. I
So
know.
what happened? Can someone update me?
Sure, I just did. Barker was passed out at a gas station.
That's horrible.
Of course it is.
Well, yeah, that's why you shouldn't do drugs.
That's why you shouldn't do drugs.
I
And
disagree.
she told everyone.
Well, maybe you should stay home if you do
She told
drugs.
Right.
Ricky to tell
I'm fucking
everybody.
with you. I get it.
Yeah, she told Ricky to tell everybody that it was her friend that had walked up on the vehicle.
Oh
And
Well,
dear.
maybe if
then
you're going to
12
pass
hours
out at the
later,
Wawa, you should get off spaces before with
Wait, what do you
everybody.
mean people walked up on the vehicle?
yeah, because she was at the gas station, they
The
called
officer
911.
did.
And then the officer came.
Oh
Oh.
shit,
But
bro.
then 12 hours later, she lied and said it was not her husband, nor was it a police officer. But then the tape from earlier really does show it was Officer 458.
Well, all I
Well, that
know is
isn't his
this.
ID. That's his patrol number,
Even though she doesn't,
458.
I don't think she really respects me or sees me for who I am.
No, she called just
I
some
still
names
do
today.
like the lady, and I feel that's really
Uh-huh.
mean.
Okay, well,
Really?
if she's
Oh, well.
really your friend, can you get her some help? Because this is
Yeah.
really starting to get sad.
That's not what
Yeah,
I
it is.
said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it is sad, but not really because it's Barker. But I mean, it's not
Yeah.
anything that we haven't seen over and over and over. But I
Right.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
she just isn't
That
making
is that is
the
sad.
appropriate changes.
Right.
No,
I
that's
mean,
sad, and I don't
we've
think it's any
seen
of our place
her.
to judge. Now,
We've
who else
seen
can we
her.
judge? Because I
We've
mean,
seen
say
her
it.
and heard her pass out in her car before, in her
Oh my
driveway.
goodness,
But this time she didn't even
that
make it
makes me
home to
want
the
to
driveway.
cry.
Well, can you be her
Mhm.
advocate and get her some help? Because Lynn's not
I don't think
doing
anyone wants me
Yeah.
to
well.
do that.
Well, Lynn's
Every
supposed to be
time Lynn
helping, and
tries to keep
Lynn's
her straight, she
Lynn's a
just cusses
failure.
her out and they get into a big fight.
Lynn should have
But it's not
told
really a
her
fight.
to
Well,
tell a
I
whole
wish people the
story today.
best. But what kind of dudes can we talk
Yeah.
shit about? Because I like that.
We don't have anybody else. Just this. There's just this tea today. We want to
I
focus on
heard
this.
This is
that.
Pam's tea.
What did you
This is
hear? What
Pam's
did you
tea.
hear, Sam?
I heard that I'm
Hmm.
just making something up. I heard that
Oh,
someone
okay.
would put the name in there. It has a really tiny penis.
Oh well,
Okay.
that's always a story around here,
Yeah, that checks out.
because we don't talk about sex things here
Sex
unless
things.
they, yeah, such things. We don't
Well, neither do they because
sex things. Yeah.
they're basically eunuchs.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
smooth.
That's funny.
They're
Yeah.
eunuchs
Yeah.
and they can't spell the word eunuch.
Maybe you could work this story, Sam. I mean, I could send you the clips, but maybe you could work this
No, I'm not
story
going to listen to that.
you could work this story into your comedy routine. Huh?
No, I wouldn't talk about someone like that. That's fucked up.
Oh, when they pass out. Have you ever seen those?
Well, guess why I'm not going to do it, because
Okay.
it's hitting a little too close to home on that one. Not
Okay.
not at a gas station, but
Yeah, right. Have you
Well,
seen
yeah,
those
maybe, but
TikToks?
see, so maybe
I don't use
Sam knows
TikTok.
somebody, because we asked that question. Would anybody else ever think
Yeah.
that they would be passed out at a gas station? And
To
Yeah.
me, that is genuinely sad.
Well, it is.
okay,
It's
well, we're
like
gonna have to
when.
listen to it again. I want to hear it again.
Okay. Hold
You
on
guys are
just a
so
minute.
mean.
Well, because you know what? Sometimes you just have to tell the truth.
But Sam
And
can
that's all we're
can't
doing,
talk
Sam.
though.
I know you don't get it, Sam, but
Well,
we're just
just
telling.
for my own
Mhm.
wherewithal,
Mhm.
let me hear what you
Yeah.
want to listen to, because I want to be educated on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, what we care more about, what I care more about than showing the truth of the police officers showing up, I care more about why she had everybody lying today. Lying for her. Why she was telling lies. Such lies about this not being a cop.
All
Okay.
you're making
can
me
you
think of
ask
right now
Cece
is
where she was so
from
she can
Princess
go
Bride
call
when
and
they're like,
talk?
liar!
Hey,
Liar. Liar.
ask
Humperdinck,
where
Humperdinck.
that. I want to know where Cece was. Why she couldn't call and speak
I
to this
know.
officer?
Cece should have
Maybe
called
it's
this
because it
one
was a
in.
real officer and he wouldn't have answered Parker's
Ooh.
phone.
Yeah, true.
Or 20 of her phones.
Okay, so now here's what you're going to hear, Sam. You're going to hear the knock on the window. First, you're going to hear grunting. Okay, she's passed out. She's grunting. Okay. And you're going to hear the knock on the window from the police officer. Then you're going to hear, you're going to be listening for him. Ask her what's going on. Well, he says a lot of stuff, but yeah, what's going on? And then she tells him something about DoorDash. Okay, that's all she gets out, mumbling. And then she's like, wait just a minute. And she's telling the officer what to do. Then in between, he's asking her if she's taken something. And then she's trying to give him the story that she's a door dasher, and that's why she's passed out in the parking lot. Yeah. Because I bet he sees dozens of these every night. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a question. Were all the other door dashers passed out in the parking lot too?
Well, maybe they meet there after hours and
Well,
they
I
all
mean,
pass out and
if
sleep.
it's a door dasher issue
Maybe
and that's
it's
what
like a
causes it,
sleepover.
they all should be there.
Maybe Karen is like a special DoorDasher sleepover.
I doubt it.
They all sleep over. Yeah, wake
I
up
think
there,
the rest
Tasha.
of them, when they stopped door dashing, they
Uh-huh.
went home and got in their beds and went to sleep. Maybe
They probably did, but they all went home. Which one? We have a little
they probably
sleepover.
weren't apparently taking anything during their
Yeah.
door dashing shift. Maybe.
Right, right, all right. Yeah, and they'd go directly home, but not her. She stopped at the gas station for something. Yeah. Yeah. And then just passed out in her car. Right. Okay, we're gonna listen again.
Is February 23rd of 2024, episode number 11, will be with retired Orlando retired Orlando PD Detective Lori, and then blank blank. Right. Yeah. Serves with the Orlando Police Department.
Kathy, your mic is unmuted. Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
What happened?
Yeah. Kathy.
Hold on 1 second.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, let me just
She's
sit out of
still
there for a minute.
incoherent.
Yeah, DoorDash.
Kathy, your mic. Kathy, your mic is unmuted.
And there
Okay.
it was. Officer
It says
458.
okay. So
How about that? That doesn't sound like a friend. Well, I do like people to think that the police are their friends, but I don't like them to lie to me. Want to hear that part again? Let's hear Ricky lie. Because, yeah, that's what they all do best over there. And we're
Just replaying it.
Sucks, man. I gotta pay $55 for tolls a month.
Oh, Kathy texted me. It was her friend that walked up to her car.
Okay, and she's good? Obviously, she texted you.
Yeah. Charlotte laughed out loud. I said, they all were like, are you okay?
So she wasn't at the gas station?
No,
No.
she was pilled out and passed out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what's not going to happen is you're not going to talk about me fucking doing all kinds of stupid shit and think I'm not going to say anything about you.
That's right. That's right. Beautyologist, that's right, baby. And then there's this.
Before you guys that much longer, I just want to finish up the conversation
12
with me.
hours later.
I thought you said there was going to be one more question. You were going to be out of here. And that was like 5-10 minutes ago. But
She's still
ew. Oh, Nancy.
about.
oh, sorry.
You doing okay, Kathy? A lot of people couldn't figure out if that was your husband or an officer that knocked on the window.
Neither, asshole.
I mean, I'm just asking. People were worried about
You're
you.
a fucking cunt. You know that? You're a rotten, fucking, disgusting.
Well, I'm a cunt because people were worried about you because you fell asleep in the car. I mean, I don't know. That don't make sense.
I'm fine. I'm a big girl.
Well, then just say that.
I did. You don't fucking seem to get it, though.
Yeah, but I'm not a cunt because of it.
Yeah, yes, you are. You can't understand normal thinking.
Evil, disgusting person.
You're the one that fell asleep in the car. I mean,
Yeah, so what? I'm not borrowing money off of fucking women on the internet to fucking scam them.
well, you constantly falling asleep in the car. I mean, a lot of folks are thinking, well,
I fucking work at night, you piece of
that
shit.
guy
What
didn't
do?
hit you in the rear end to tow your truck. You might have hit somebody else.
I didn't hit anybody, asshole.
I'm just saying you might have.
I didn't. Why would you say might have when the facts are?
Because you're always falling asleep in the car. I mean, I don't know. That's why.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
You got
Why do you fall asleep in the car?
I'm not driving when I fall asleep, you asshole.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no shit, because I know.
It's tiring working overnight anyway.
So this is how Tractor.
He doesn't know anything about
No, Tractor was talking to Nate. No, hold on, little pompous bitch. Tractor was talking to Nate. Kathy wanted to come into it, and
what I'm told.
And now he's going to pick on Kathy to make himself feel better.
I'm not picking on
Kathy.
Kathy.
Really a man.
Hold on. I'm not worried about it for the fact that at least I go out and earn my money. I'm not begging some women on the internet for it to go gamble with.
Women is plural.
Wait a minute.
Tractor.
Because we just heard that what's that girl's name that went and met
Ginger.
Yeah, that one that was
Ginger.
like in the cult, and she was another hooker like Allie. Okay, yeah, see, that was all way before all these people's time. But anyway, yeah, we heard it all. Ginger paid money to Barker, but she couldn't get it because her husband won't let her.
Right.
So what was it? Who was
Connie.
it? Connie gave it to
Connie gave it to
Barker.
Barker.
So actually, Barker is begging women on the
Multiple
internet for money.
multiple women.
Women.
Yeah.
And remember when they had their non-fight,
Yeah.
that came out too.
Yeah. Because Lynn said I
so-
wasn't going to give you the money.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, I think Lynn's
Maybe
words
Lynn
were
can be
she
our
wasn't going to
advocate
give
and get
her
her some
any
help.
more money.
I truly hope, it's kind of like, remember the outrage when,
Outrage.
what, did you give John $5 to get a cab or something?
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah.
Like
$5.
that? Yeah, like, because I really think that there was a lot of fake outrage about don't give the addict any money.
Don't give the addict any money.
Hey, I'll do it like the officer. Don't give the addict Barker any money, folks. It might save her life one day.
Right. She won't be passing out sitting at a red light, and she won't be passing out sitting in the Wawa. Yeah.
Dadgum sure don't lie for her. I mean, it's gross. If everybody in there heard that.
Right, because there was a lot of conversation that I'm not going to play because I don't want to incriminate people who were being upfront and honest about what they thought had taken place. But yeah, so I see that now we have heard this and we have concluded that it's too bad other people weren't around tonight to hear the tea. I could have broke this. I could have broke this tea anywhere tonight. Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. Well, we knew she was a liar, right, Karen? Yes, we knew she was a liar. Now you all have been proven that she's a liar.
And I also knew that she falls asleep in her vehicle.
Mhm.
And I also knew that Officer 458 is not her friend.
So
So yeah, she's a liar. But we already
no,
knew
I
that.
mean, because if your buddy knocked on your window, if your friend knocked on the window, yeah, you'd have greeted him by his name and not said, "Oh yeah, I got to get off the phone. I don't want him to know that I've been driving around all night being a co-host on a live, which is against the law in my state. Oh my heavens! I don't want anyone to. I don't want this officer to know. Exactly. And it did take her a little while longer.
Oh, and the officer probably didn't even care about that at that point. He was just worried about why is this woman incoherent and looks like she's dead in the Wawa parking lot behind the wheel of her
Yep,
vehicle.
exactly. With the keys and the ignition, but that doesn't
But
matter
you know, it all worked
anymore.
out. He called for the
Mhm.
Narcan, and then they saved her life. And here she is back on Spaces 12 hours later.
Oh no, she was there within God. It couldn't have
You
been
know,
more than 35 minutes that she was back up there.
she was. Yeah, that's because
Mhm.
she was left her phone in the interrogation room
Yeah, right.
because we know she can't go without it. They said, "Look, you can just hold this one. Which one would you like out of the 20?"
Yeah.
And yes, if you have to listen to these people to stop shaking, we will let you do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's funny in its own if they put music behind those things when those people are passed out from the big H, right? And they're sitting in their cars and then all of a sudden they jerk and they're like, oh, and then they just kind of melt back down and then boom. It's kind of like when you have a flower here in the desert, and the summer sun really beats it down and it kind of keeps wilting and wilting and wilting. And then when you give it the water, it just bursts right back up into itself. And yeah, that's what those big H people look like. Yeah, I wonder if she looked like that. You think she kept jumping up, trying to pull herself together? Yeah. You think he made her drink a cup of coffee? Oh. Oh. Yeah.
No, I don't think she was coherent
Okay,
enough.
well, yeah, true. We wouldn't have wanted to hand her anything hot because she was mumbling and carrying on so bad. Yeah, true. Well, my dear, I think we're done. I think we can go now. I think this was fun. This is fun. This was fun. And I think that we probably now have shown that people in Skid Row will lie for one another, they will lie to each other. And then when the truth shows, let's see, tomorrow, let me see. Well, it won't be long before, let's see, I'll be a whole myriad of names and a whole myriad of stories will be told about me just to, yeah, hmm yeah, that's how it works here. Because you can't tell the truth. You cannot tell the truth. That's just, no, the truth is just not a thing we do here. So it's been fun. Anything else, Karen? Do you have anything else? Because I'm really tired.
I don't, but that was some good tea. I'm glad that you were drinking your coffee and heard that fiasco.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true. I was. Yeah, I think we should play some more Melanie. Um, so when we go out, we like don't get in trouble. Make it a 1969 Woodstock event. How about that?
Whatever you would like.
A verbo is
Oh,
for
see,
sharing
I
all
hate
kinds
these
of moments.
ads. Here we go. This
Tell
is
us a
in
little more
Germany.
about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23.
Uh-huh. And, well, I'd like to tell you about the song.
Yes, tell me about the song.
Well, I wrote it after